Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Jack Wood, the driver of the number 24 Chevrolet for GMS Racing in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How about you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and another great another season of Truck Series racing on the way. Of course, you're going full time for the first time in your career, and of course, Truck Series first full season. I know you competed in a lot of the races last year, and one of the most craziest years ever in 2021. But now to fully embark. I know we talked back in August about this, but now what's it like to finally embark? It's almost here.
Yeah, I think it just really changes the mindset to have to be able to put together a whole season and have to go run for points and go run for a championship is a much different mindset, going from weekend to weekend, than just running a part-time schedule. So I think it's an exciting challenge I'm looking forward to. I've been putting in a lot of work throughout the off season, and I think I have a lot of confidence going into next year. I think GMS has some really good things coming down the pipeline, and we have a lot of things lined up to go have a successful season next year.
Yeah. So kind of talk about what this off season's been like for you, just being prepared for all this.
Yeah, it's been a lot of trying to continue all my training. Something I really wanted to focus on throughout the off season was not falling off the bus as far as physical fitness. I think it's so easy, all these, when you go home and you have, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and, it's really easy to get out of the loop, right? And stop running and stop riding your bike and all this kind of stuff. So it's, that's something I really wanted to make sure it didn't happen. So, I actually came back to North Carolina like 3 pounds under what I was when I left. And, just trying to not, lose any progress throughout the off season. We've been doing a lot of stuff on the Chevy simulator, trying to, get all the setups right, get everything prepared for next year. Just kind of trying to continue what I did towards the end of last season, and definitely add in some new stuff. So I know, like with the Josh Weiss program, we're like actually doing soccer practices now, which is so super cool. Still continuing the iRacing, continuing to watch film, and just trying to keep my ear to the ground, be a part of the sport, make sure that I'm present here, and just try to be as prepared as possible. Soccer
practices. What are you guys doing over there?
Yeah, we're doing all sorts of stuff, man. It's really good. We had the first one last week. Our next one's tomorrow. It's actually he's the old head coach of the Davidson soccer team here in North Carolina.
Nice.
So it's really cool. Yeah. So it's a really good way to get cardio. I think as far as, foot-eye coordination is really, really good. And just having to, I played soccer when I was younger, but to have to relearn an old skill, I think it's really good. And I think to have to overcome different challenges and stuff and have to apply that and try to connect that to driving a race car, anything that we can do outside of the seat that's challenging, I think all helps. So.
Okay. So who's the toughest soccer player out there?
I don't really know yet.
So explain who is out there playing with you guys.
Yeah, so it's I'm trying to think. So like Josh Berry, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill.
Sam Mayer playing soccer. I want to see that.
Yeah, good. Noah will be doing it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Sheldon. I'm trying to think who else was out there. Of course, Josh and Scott are out there too.
Nice.
So there'll be a big group of us, and it should be something exciting that we get to do every Thursday.
What position are you playing? How are we deciding how are we deciding all this? You guys gonna go play the Ford guys or something? Want to go play Toyota?
Maybe. I don't know.
Bring the manufacturer's cut back or something. That actually would be a really good idea.
That'd be kind of a fun thing to do, for sure. I don't know yet. Right now we're just doing all the drills and stuff, but I'm sure hopefully we get to start doing some scrimmages and stuff, and play some games every once in a while, which would be a ton of fun. So
I want to see. I want to see all the names that you just mentioned. I want to see out there because that would bring a lot of fun for me.
It'd be awesome.
It
I'm
would
sure.
be. It would be. So let's talk about your progression last year in the truck series. What's the biggest thing that you learned last year?
I think aggression. It's really the biggest thing. I feel like these guys race really hard. They don't give you a lot of room. They know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it, which is completely different than even the ARCA series, where most people are kind of unexperienced, right? So it was a big step up. But I think for me I'm here, in the off season of my first part-time season sitting here, trying to compartmentalize everything that I learned last year. I think definitely, going into the next season, I have to be more aggressive. So whether it's on restarts, whether it's trying to make passes, mile and a half race, and putting guys in dirty areas, all that kind of stuff. But I think that's the big positive of what I did was running those 12 races, I think, and being able to take that, use that as a good base to build off of, and next season be able to go chase a championship.
Yeah. So let's talk about GMS for a second because they have, I don't know, in case you haven't noticed, they had a big makeover or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so. So of course, going down from 5 to full-time trucks down to 2. Of course, it's you and Grant Enfinger. We talked to Grant last week after the Atlanta test, but overall, what's it been like to work with him?
That's been really good so far. I've tried to spend as much time around as I can. That was one of the main reasons I went to that Atlanta test, was just to kind of hear his feedback and try to pick his brain. I think the team dynamic as a whole really changes when you take, last year we had a bunch of, 21 to 23-year-old drivers who are all young kids, right? And then you take someone like Grant, who's a veteran that's been a part of the truck series for a long time. And, it definitely changes the dynamic. But there's so much knowledge that Grant has. I know we were last week, after the Atlanta test, we all went up to the shop and we're sitting down and debriefing about it, and just the information that he's able to give about, the handling of the truck and what he thinks, and the characteristics. That guy, I think is going to be a huge help for me, because just having somebody that's that smart in the sport to go pick his brain after practice, after qualifying, whatever it is going to be a huge help. He's been super friendly to me. I'm really excited to go run a full season with him next year, being my teammate.
Yep. So I know that there's also, the missing pieces of the puzzle still trying to be figured out. We'll not get to that in a moment, but also what tracks, I know that there's going to be a lot more tracks out there, of course, road courses. You got COTA, you got some new tracks in Sonoma, of course, Mid-Ohio. We're also, IRP's back on the schedule. What are you mostly looking forward to next year in terms of tracks?
Yeah, I think the road courses stuff for me is going to be good. I know COTA was my first race last year, which was
what a place to make your debut at.
Oh, I know, and that was a big struggle. That was a big struggle for me, but I think it really lit a fire under my butt and kind of made me wanted to go get better at road course racing. So I've been doing a lot of Trans Am stuff and really trying to focus on different techniques that I can take and go apply when we go road course racing in the truck series. So I think I'm excited for the Sonomas and the Mid-Ohios. But then at the same time, I'm also super excited for the mile and a half stuff. I really feel like I've taken well to it and understanding the aerodynamics, how to race in clean air, how to handle restarts, all that kind of stuff. I personally really enjoy. I think those tracks are a lot of fun. But I think really all the tracks are going to be good. I think probably Knoxville and Bristol Dirt are probably ones that I'm a little uneasy because of
how a lot of people are about that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think just about every asphalt track we go to next year, I'm going to be excited to be there. And as far as the 2 dirt races, just going there with an open mindset and make the best of it. But
yeah. So I'm so also, I know that I think people are looking at you as, what are you wanting to accomplish this year in your first full season?
I think we got to go win a race. I think we got to go win maybe one or two or maybe even three races. I'd love to see myself, be in the round of 8, before going to Phoenix. And if there's a way that I can make it to the round of 4, I think no matter what happens in Phoenix, if I'm in the round of 4, I think that's a good season. I think you look at someone like Zane last year, he won Martinsville, but he kind of struggled all the way up until then. But you make it to the round of 4, you're one of the guys, you have a chance at the championship. And I think that's kind of the telltale signs of having a successful season. So I think all the right pieces are falling in place for that to happen. I know that, me personally, I know my confidence has grown a lot over the last, 8 months. And I also know that I think my understanding of the sport and what is it going to take to go out and do that has also changed quite a bit as well. But, I think we got a really good shot to go win like a Vegas or a Charlotte, and then I think I have an opportunity too to go out and win like a Sonoma or Mid-Ohio as well. So, I think I'm excited for it. I feel like the off season's been like 6 months now. So I'm just scratching to get back in the car, but yeah.
I think a lot of people know a lot about you. So let's take a few minutes and kind of get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Yeah. So I am from Northern California.
Yeah.
I grew up, probably got my first go-kart when I was about 5 years old.
Yeah.
Did that a little bit. I wasn't immediately in love with driving go-karts.
Yeah.
It was more something I just kind of did for fun, and here and there on the weekends. Never went practice or anything, just went out and raced for fun. And then I kind of took a step back for that for probably till I was about 14. And I played soccer and baseball, and I ski raced for a long time actually. Then I wanted to get back into it. Got my first Legend car when I was probably 14, and ever since then, going from Legends to late models to super lates, and then to the Canon / Arca Racing Series, and and then I guess November of 2020 was when I moved out here to really take the next big step with GMS, and try to tackle the big task of racing out here on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Favorite, where do you what's your favorite all-time food?
Favorite all-time food?
Yeah.
I really like sushi. I'm a big sushi guy. Yeah.
Favorite, do you have any racing superstitions?
Racing superstitions?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always after the national anthem stuff, before I always get strapped in the car, I always kind of almost kneel down with my hands on the door and just kind of stretch my back out and try to really just
nice.
turn all the sound off and just focus for a second. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy, but I think I do. There are definitely things that I repeatedly do every weekend.
Yeah. What's your go-to place for food if you're looking for something?
Ooh. Probably Chipotle, if I had to guess.
Just about to say that.
Yeah, probably Chipotle. So I don't know if that's the healthiest option.
It's better than anything else.
Oh, yeah. No, it definitely is.
It keeps Josh Wise happy. Let's go with that.
Yeah, it's good carbs. It's good carbs.
Yeah, it's good carbs. Yeah. Also, what is your favorite sport to play?
Favorite sport to play? Does racing count?
It's we got on the soccer question and all that.
Okay. What about I'll probably say ski racing, alpine.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah. Alpine ski racing.
All right, that was fun. What's something people do not know about you?
I'm really big into music. I play a lot of guitar and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really big into music. So
nice. All right. Well, Jack Wood, thanks for catching up with us, and good luck this season. We'll definitely have you on again throughout the year.
Yeah. Thank you, Casey.